about our Father's business. Grind mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode. About our Father's business.
Yo, we are back, episode 33 of season 3 of the Not the Same Podcast, hosted by this one word, C-Micah, that one word over there, Mr. Rob Redeem. We're glad, gracious, and very, very happy to be back with y'all for another Not the Same Podcast show this Thursday night, man. If you're watching us right now exclusively on YouTube, I said exclusively on YouTube because on YouTube, we can play our videos. We don't get taxed and screened and
blacked out.
Cursed at. Well, we might get cursed at. But yeah, get blacked out and all that, man. Do what you see on the screen in just 1 second. Number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, hit the subscribe button. And lastly, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when we are live as we is right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Shout out to our rebroadcasters of the Not the Same Podcast, our MTMV Sports Famo.
Yes,
you
sir.
know who they are by now. If you don't, check them out. Live Show TV, Takeover Radio, Praise 365, our homeboy Scooter, doing big things here in the loop. Parable Radio, RYC Praise News. Thank y'all. His Hop Radio Podcast Network. Thank y'all. 520 Collective and the Kingdom Now Network. If there are people out there, if there's people out there, right? If it's the people out there that y'all got a station, y'all got a broadcast, whatever it may be.
Right.
Hit us up, man. We'd love to be a part of what y'all got going on, though. As long as there ain't no foolery going on. You dig what I'm saying? We'd like to be a partner in that, and we'll see what the numbers talking about. You dig?
You know what I'm saying? Keep the foolery out. Keep the foolery to a minimum.
Oh, man. You know what, bro? I almost forgot.
What you forgot, bro?
Go ahead and give my hand cap. For all of y'all who don't know that's about, that is to all my sneaker peekers. My sneaker peekers. If you don't know what a sneaker peeker is, it's you. The one that don't say nothing, but you watch the show. We appreciate you. And you don't like getting called a sneaker peeker, I tell you what. For our silent partners, we appreciate you. We appreciate the prayers. We appreciate the likes and subscribes and all that good stuff.
All that good stuff to our silent partners, a.k.a. sneaker peekers, a.k.a. y'all don't never say nothing. Say something. Don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a wavy hand or something.
Yeah, let us not do a show, though.
Right. Get all type of messages. Where y'all at? What's wrong with y'all? You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Without further ado, man, let's go and see what is good.
What's good?
Right.
Rob Dean, my brother from another mother, like my homie Larry Rogers on the west side. Some say it's the best side, but be careful on the west side of St. Louis. Tuck in your chain, man. My brother, what is good?
What's good for me, bro, is I'm off work. And I'm going to be off work for a nice little time. I don't know if I'm going to do a staycation, a vacation, but I tell you what.
Vacation?
I'm going to stay, something. I'm going to stay away from that airport, though.
Yeah. I know who ain't gonna see you.
I won't be in that mug until next month sometime. Yeah. So no, I'm excited, man. It's much needed. Brother, you know my phone is on me at all times. It's ringing at all times. Emails, you never get away from it. And then I'm the type that want to help the people that's around me. So when they calling me and asking questions, even though I'm on vacation, here I am still trying to, you know what I'm saying, be a good manager and I don't like saying the word boss, but being a good leader. I rather say that because I like to serve as I lead. So I lead. So that's what's good with me, man. I'm gonna be off work for a little bit, and I don't know how I'm gonna act. I don't know. I don't know what my body going, because you know, bro, I'll be off and you be like, bro, you up at 6 a.m. and it's like, but I get up at 1:30. I slept in 5 hours.
Right.
You did good. But what's good with you, see?
Man, what's good with me, man? On Monday, I celebrated 24 years of marriage to my lovely wife, Miss Crystal Avery Morris. And
hand clap,
ain't nobody got to do it. I'll do it for us.
Yes, sir.
24 of them things. We in our TI year. If you saw my post on social media, that's what that meant. You know what I'm saying? TI year means 20. You know the song 24. That's what did it. 24 years, man. So big salute to my spouse. So 24 years. We made it, baby. We made it. 24 years of marriage, man. If you know anything, if you've been married for a while, man, you understand you have ups, you have downs, you have lefts, you have rights. But the main thing is if you stay together. You know what I'm saying? You don't give up. And we from that old school. We stay together. You know what I'm saying? Always together. So, yeah, that's my main what's good. My second what's good, you know, we ain't supposed to do two, but I always got two. My second what's good is on Sunday. For the first time ever in my life, I went to Top Golf. And, man, I really enjoyed it, brother. You know what I'm saying? I smacked that ball far, long way. And you know how I learned, brother?
Second circle.
I just I looked to the dude to my left. The mama wasn't hitting it. The mama was hitting the ball like I do, right? And I was like, okay, ain't no form, ain't no type of coordination. But the son and the little kid, they was smacking that thing. I said, okay, yeah, I gotta get my posture right. Got my posture right, swung that thing. I saw the ball. I said, ooh, look at that. All right, that was fun, bro.
Second circles are the ones toward the back, brother.
I know, I went to the back, brother.
Okay, I was gonna say because for us, far as them second circles, like
further than the second circle, second circles, bro. Further than the second circles, man. But yeah, it was fun, man. So that's what's good with me, man. I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna have to do it again. Me and my wife did it for partly for our anniversary, man. But yeah, I'm about to holler at my boys, and we had to go out there and enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? The food was decent, but the fun was better. You feel me?
Yeah. No, that's it, man. Congratulations, because you know what I'm saying? Marriage is lasting that long, 9 day, and we'll make this a topic one day.
Yes,
9 day, man. As soon as something happens, it's over. You dig what I mean? Like it's not a companionship. It's not a partnership. It's a transaction. Yeah. You dig what I mean? What up, B plus?
Marriage
it's a transaction.
That, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not saying yours is a transaction. Yours is what it's meant to be. You dig what I mean? That's what we're supposed to be doing. But most nowadays, soon as something, I'm out. You dig what I mean? I'm done. And so salute to you. As Hagen said, congrats CNC.
Yeah, man.
You dig what I mean?
Man.
Yes, sir. Salute to both of y'all. Love y'all, man.
I'm always very honest, man. I would never present it as everything is perfect, man. But what I give glory to God for is staying power, not giving up.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
She not giving up on me not giving up on her. I know that's incorrect English, but that's the way I meant it. That way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that way, man. So that's what's good, man. And let's see. Tammy Griffith said, I'm good here in Virginia. Hopefully I can visit this summer.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. What's up, B plus?
B plus was popping.
Yeah, man.
B plus hit a double concert the other night. That boy.
Yeah, I saw that.
That boy did it. He said, "Don't judge me. We ain't judging you, brother. We get it. We get it."
Yeah, that boy went from nosebleeds to up close. I saw that.
Yeah. It was funny though, man. It went from praise the sinner. You see what I mean? That's the life of a saint.
Hey, we multifaceted people, brother.
Yeah, no doubt. I had to get him though. I had to get him.
What's up, Ms. Dingle? Good to see you, sis.
Good. Been a minute.
All right, man. Let's go and get into the topic for tonight, man. The hot topic. Let's go. Hot topic for tonight. Now, this stems from, let me give you a backstory here. If you have not heard national news, last Friday afternoon, St. Louis was hit with a high-level tornado in the city park / Forest Park, which is the biggest park of the city. These in the main city got hit very bad with a very ridiculous sized tornado for St. Louis. Now we have tornado warnings like every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And we have it so much, most people be like, man, I'm gonna go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But that was a real deal joint. It tore up a whole lot in the city, man. It wasn't a happy situation, man. So for those, this is stemming from those people, because when these type of disasters happen, there's funds that are released, government help that's released, and sometimes you get some one words to get to acting like they stay in the city, but they don't, so you can get some of that free stuff. So here's the question. That's the background of that. Here's the question. What punishment should be given for people who take advantage of government assistance during disasters? Now, if you take getting government assistance and your roof blown off, I'm not talking about you. I stay in a place in a part of the city called Overland. Nothing happened to my house. I was out of town. I happened to be out of town at the moment when the tornado hit. Nothing happened to my house. If I start claiming some extra benefits, that's wrong. I'm taking money from people that need it in the area. That's what we're talking about. Go ahead, bro.
First off, man, our prayers go out to anybody who got hit, because it's people that we know. I know,
I know somebody.
Cry lost his lost his house. He had put it on Facebook. I saw that.
Yeah.
So our thoughts and prayers definitely go out to those families. Hagen said in here, it didn't hit his spot, but he was without power for 5 days.
Yeah.
That stuff matters. That's food.
It's
That's
real,
stuff
bro.
going to waste. You know what I mean? Now, in some cases, you know how we do. Our power go out. We go get a cooler, throw some ice in that joint, and we freeze the. We keep cold what we need to do. But being without power for 5 days, your roof going off, a generational home with no insurance and all that, thoughts and prayers go out. I know I'm long-winded on that, but it's stuff that people judge some of these. Well, why they didn't have insurance on the home? Listen, man. One word is just don't do it. Should they? Absolutely.
Of course they
you dig what I mean? Absolutely. But no one thinks that a tornado is going to hit the middle of the city of St. Louis like it did. It normally hit out here where I'm at in Florissant, where C at in Overland, Chesterfield, St. Charles. These are surrounding areas.
Yeah.
To hit the middle of the city like that, I don't think I've ever seen it since I've been here. You dig what I mean? So with that being said, you can't find a one word. So the punishment would have to be jail time or something, because the fine's just going to go unpaid.
Yeah.
And, I know everybody always looking for a come up, but I lost my roof and you just being lazy trying to get over, like, yeah, man, they got such and such. Let's go down there and let's say use your granny address. You dig what I mean? So
right.
Punishment with that. I mean, you could do a fine, suspended license, something, bro, that's gonna hit them, because it's taking away resources, and it also make us look bad as a people. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man, I fully agree. It's taking away resources and make us look terrible as a people, man. But one word is gonna be one word. Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Same thing happened when COVID was going on. You know what I'm saying? Any free money we could get, people was getting. But I really think in the sense of a lot of people that lost stuff, man, if you look at the videos, this stuff is horrific, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's people we know that lost things. People ain't got roofs right now. They got a tarp. Look, bro, a tarp ain't doing nothing at nighttime when it's cold. Tarp ain't finna do nothing for no bird flying up in there. It's a tarp. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's real out here. And it's really sad, man. I was out of town. I had to go to a funeral. And I'm looking at the video. I'm just like, Lord Jesus. Because like I said, I've lived here 15 years now. I hear about tornadoes all the time. I hear about hailstorms all the time. I ain't seen that. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't seen it where it touched down a little bit. I ain't seen that. If you saw the video, the footage from the arch, they had footage from the arch showing how big that tornado was. It was like a mile wide, bro.
Yeah,
like,
man.
This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So thank God, if nothing happened to you, you still alive, you just lost some damage. I hate that you I hate that you got some damage. I thank God you're alive, though. You feel me? Like, I watch it, man. I saw a video, dude was on live. He like, man, tornado going on, and that joint hit while he was live, and the kids screaming and everything. I'm like, oh my God. Like, the power snapped right off. I saw on the video the roof snapped right off, and they running downstairs trying to get to the basement. Like, bro, like, that's a scary situation. And like Rob said, he lived here all his life. I ain't never seen nothing like that. I've lived here 15 years. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Never. And it was quick. Bro, we got on road like 1, stopped to get something to eat, about 2, son, in Herculaneum area or whatever, right before we caught the other expressway. We went in, it was sunny like it is right now. Came out, it was dark. I said, boy, I gotta get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And next thing I know, I started seeing posts like tornado hit. Huh?
Not just because of the tornado either. Yeah, Herculaneum.
Oh, no, I wouldn't worry about that. But I still got on up out there before it got dark, though. Let's keep it real. But nah, man, on a serious note, man, like that was a very scary thing, man. So definitely prayers up to anybody who went through that. I'm gonna put up some of this stuff Hagen said. He said it hit literally a block away from my house and there was no damage. I probably still can get some free stuff, but I'm not. All I lost was power. I'm a bachelor, no food in my fridge to spoil. Then he said, I'll let the people who actually need that help get that. I don't know how I missed my block in the middle of all that, but I'm blessed, and I'm not going to mess up that by being greedy. I agree with that, bro. And then Miss G said, prayers to all y'all prayers to y'all in those tornado zones.
But go ahead, bro.
I would say what Hagens is showing, man. That's what I mean, man. Like, he actually in the area, he could get something. He said, nah, I'm gonna let these people that really need it. I'm a bachelor. That's what I'm talking about. People who take advantage of stuff. He could easily be like, bro, I'm finna be set for 6 months out here. They giving away free stuff. Nah, but you taking away from somebody that really, really need it. Go ahead, bro.
No, and the flip side to Hagens, you did lose power. I don't feel like he would be getting over on that situation. Now, I'm a salute you because you understand that you're a bachelor and somebody else got a bigger need. Yeah. But I wouldn't look at Hagens' situation as he taking advantage of it. But Ms. Dingle said what I said, fine him. Well, I said put him in jail or like 2 days, 3 days in jail. But she said garnish their checks until it's paid if they got a job. You know what I'm saying? Because some people hustlers, man, they just always trying to get over one way or the other. You know what I mean? Right. And anything they try to get over so that they can feel like they getting something out of it. Yeah. And I hope, first of all, shout out to St. Louis, because I was watching the news this afternoon, and St. Louis has really come together to drop the stuff off down at the Urban League. So they was at the Urban League today. People was going down. I mean, water, trash bags, clothes. I mean, just lines and lines and lines of people just dropping stuff off to help those in need. And I haven't seen that in a while. You dig what I'm saying? But it's for good measure. Now, the flip side of it, for those who do need help, don't get greedy. Get what they're giving you and keep it pushing. I don't want this to turn into a bad look. This is a good moment. Me and my good friend Kareem was talking about this. You know, Pastor Burns, we didn't perform at his church before.
Yes, sir.
But we was walking yesterday and talking about this, and he was like, bro, this city really do come together. It's just they only show the bad, but we got a lot of good things. So for him and I to have that conversation, matter of fact, I think it was this morning. For him and I to have that conversation this morning while I'm walking dads around the neighborhood, he walking with me. And then to look at the news this afternoon and see that, I think it was a great thing. As far as the punishment goes, the only thing I can think of is jail time, bro, because you are taking away from people at that moment.
I want to talk about the other side of this. It's part of this conversation when you said something about generational homes. It's something we need to talk about on that one. But let me say this too. You know, I want to shout out my church. My wife was off for the last couple of days, and my church, you know, they just had a little sign-up sheet. You know, my pastor is out the country right now preaching, him and his wife preaching somewhere. But the church is still going, obviously. And they have this outreach group that's not named under the church, but it's out of the church, called Service International. And this is what they do. Take care of disasters. They go across the country, not just in St. Louis. So they just had a little sign-up. Hey, if you want to help us do some work down in the city, let us know. Right? And they just had a little name. Crystal signed up on Sunday. She went out there yesterday. She said it was a good amount of people came out. They all went to the church. They bust them out there. Now, mind you, you know, before you assume, my church is not a black church. They're in Chesterfield. You know what I'm saying? They went right there in the park. They went out there with chainsaws. They cut trees down. They had a bulldozer. They had their own bulldozer, came out there, put in work, got their people to work. Crystal said, I ain't working like that in forever. Say she was tired. She was moving center blocks and everything. Like, they had a whole system. But I want to salute them for being the hands and feet. See, that's what matters. The reason I came to that church had nothing to do with the preaching, had nothing to do with it was in Chesterfield. It had something to do that they was around the corner from my auntie house in Jennings. You know what I'm saying? Which was in the hood at that point. That part where she stayed was in the hood. And they was out there giving out free tennis shoes from New Balance and doing dental work for free. And I was like, man, who do this? You know what I'm saying? So it impressed me being the hands and feet more so than just, you know, preaching the house down. What you gonna do? Do something. You know, they in that area where a lot of people get financial help. Do something with that money. You know what I'm saying? Help some people. So I want to salute my church for that. But go ahead, bro.
No, and to Crystal, man.
And
like
every
to
church
anybody,
do that.
Yeah, and everybody who done been down there. Like I said, the city came together because we always talk about the spirit of St. Louis. I didn't even say it. It's snakes, thieves, and liars, STL. Yeah. You dig what I mean? So for us to come together on something like this, bro, like that's big. That's big for your church. And like you said, every other church that did it.
Many other places that did it.
And people who out there putting in work daily. You dig what I'm saying? Like, because sometimes they get overlooked because they do it so much. So salute to y'all as well. You know what I mean? But I just want this to be, like I said, a positive side. I don't want people to start getting greedy. I don't want fights to break out. I don't want nothing that's going to tarnish or shadow the good that's going on in the city. The good that's going on right now in the city. And again, thoughts and prayers out, because that storm, it hit, man, and it was a lot of videos. And folks, stop trying to go viral. Stop trying to go viral, because a couple of people was on camera, almost got snatched up.
The video I saw, they almost went to flying. That phone went black real quick.
So, yeah, man, and start taking these sirens serious, because I ain't gonna lie to you. Them sirens go off, guess what I do? I'm still laying down. And this shows me that, bro, get your lazy tail up.
It's real. It's real.
Go down them steps
and
get in the basement, because you never know, man. And it's like, man, I got to get up in 2 hours.
I feel you.
And you don't want to do it, but stay safe out here, man, because as we can see, it can hit anywhere, bro.
All right, to these generational houses, and that's a term for saying, your mama had a house, she passed. You keep the house, you keep paying everything, something like that. Or uncle gave me this house, I'm staying in this house, I pay the bills. I ain't got no insurance on it, or I got insurance on it. Some of them, you got insurance on it. This is something I have firsthand knowledge about that you're going to have to do for these type situations. I'm not fussing at anybody, but when disaster happens and you trying to get insurance to do some things, if stuff ain't in order, they ain't trying to pay for nothing. Number one, they don't want to pay for nothing. Although these things are happening, but we gotta fill in the loopholes as a people. We have to know these things. And let me give you an example. My mother-in-law passed. She had a very nice home. My brother Rob sat in it. And then it got and when she passed, I thank God for the Holy Spirit sparking in my wife 2 things that we learned. Before she passed, she learned about getting a will and a trust. Now, I don't know all the details how to do that, but she did it for $19 herself. People charge you $500 to do this. She figured out how to do it her own self by looking on the internet. By her doing that will and trust, when her mother passed, her house did not go to probate. It went straight to us. Now, there's a legal part you got to do with the house. You don't just keep paying the bills. I'm not fussing at nobody. I'm just saying, for when these situations happen, insurance should be taking care of you. You shouldn't be begging them. And sometimes it's not happening because the position you are in, because you just ignorant. You didn't know. And I'm saying it could have happened to us, but it didn't, because my wife, she's a digger. And what I mean by that, she digs. She gets information. That's her job, and she's naturally that way. You feel me? So she was digging and trying to understand this stuff. And when she found out, it's like, okay, also you do this will and trust, but you also got to make sure the house has been transferred over to you legally by the company. In other words, when the bill comes, it's in your name. It ain't in mama name no more. It ain't in uncle name no more. Where it's legally yours. Now, when you do that, you ain't got to credit qualify the same way. There's a certain way you can do it. I don't know the right name for it, and they don't like to do it. And Crystal was relentless and no, somebody going to help me do this. She found somebody to help him do it. So when her mother passed, God forbid, she went on to see Jesus, we had no issues. Matter of fact, we had it switched over before she passed. It was in me and Crystal's name before she passed. So we didn't want to have no problems, because a lot of times people have all these things. When people pass in our culture, we all go to looking, okay, what I'm supposed to get, what I'm supposed to do, what's supposed to happen here or whatever, and then we end up short because it gets in probate, and then they be like, we need such and such amount of dollars before we even let you get what's even owed to you. So, as a people, do what you got to do. Let this be, if you got through and you was cool and everything is straight, hey, go on, get your stuff straight, start the process. So the next time some type of something like this happens, say your roof get blown off, you ain't just out of luck, because like, I ain't, or if you ain't did insurance, because it costs, man, home insurance, it ain't as much as you think, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got car insurance, bundle that joint, it end up being about $40, $50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Super, it's cheaper.
It end up being a lot cheaper. Just bundle it, man, because you got to protect yourself, because a lot of times we say as a people, man, they doing us wrong and all that. Sometimes it's not wrong. It's just the Bible say our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. It be a lot like that. It be a lot of lack of knowledge stuff that be hurting us as a people. More so, not that it ain't some tomfoolery going on with some race stuff, but a lot of it be lack of knowledge. And then we perishing because we don't have the knowledge on these things. Go ahead, bro.
No, I think that whole segment, bro, it makes sense. Get your stuff together, because I know somebody asked me, why do I pay for home warranty and homeowners and all that? Because when something go out, I'd rather pay a deductible than the whole thing. And does it hurt? Look, we trick off more money on McDonald's and eating out and wing stops and you dig what I'm saying? And all of the food that we eat in the course of a month. Look how much money you spend at eating out. Take that money, get your home warranty. So when something goes out, your homeowners. So when something goes out, something happens, you make a phone call, and that's all you got to do. It's aggravating, but it's necessary. And like C said, there's a lot of people, going back to what we're talking about, because this is a part of it. There's a lot of people who lost generational homes because Big Mama left it, and now it's a pile of bricks. Mm-hmm. And now you got this 10 family and Big Mama house that she left, and they can't do nothing with it. Nothing, absolutely nothing at all. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we're not preaching at y'all, but we're trying to put y'all up on game to have your stuff in order. Because when it's not in order, that's when the foolery really starts. And then we feel like we feel like we're not being done right, like you said, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I say, our people perish for a lack of knowledge. You know, if I know something, I ain't one of these, I was about to say it, I ain't one of these one words that just hold stuff and don't tell folks. If I got knowledge to put you on game, I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying? We've said a gazillion times on this show, black people, hey, get your credit right. Doors open for you for getting your credit right. I know it's hard. I know it seems like a long way. Me and my brother both are homeowners because of credit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can make a lot of money, but credit do things a lot of money don't do.
Yeah.
You can do a lot more with credit. You know what I'm saying? And once your credit get good, you know, it just opens all kind of doors. You can do things in a different way. You may not have to have cash up front for a lot of things you're trying to do. You can pay on it on time. Just the thing is, when you got to pay on something, pay it. You know, even if you only can pay a little bit, it's more important about on time and consistent payments than how much. You know, now how much matters in the sense of your overall debt, but how much don't matter in the sense of being regular and keeping your credit good. But anyway,
I'm gonna say this, man, and we can move on. I'm gonna say this and we'll move on. I know Chip was in here earlier. I don't know if he's still in the chats or not, but since I known that brother, he has put me up on game with so many things dealing with trying to make sure, hey, Rob, make sure you're doing this and, you know, do that. And, hey, man, if you do this, they giving that. Like, so that's an older brother that I will say when it come to credit cards and, you know, buying cars and doing that, I see him help a lot of officers, to include myself, across the airport, trying to, you know, make sure people up on game and give them that knowledge like you was doing. So, you know, salute to PC, man. He know what that is. All right.
All right, man. We're going to hold up and wait on this, man. We're going to go to our one video for the night. It's only one because I ain't find another one. So we got one tonight. There it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got on me when I put up some of this stuff that ain't that dope. So I'm just going to stop doing it. So if I find only one that's dope, it's only going to be one. With that being said, let's hold up and wait.
That's good.
Hold up.
Praise God. All right, let me pause this. This is called The Method by Lecrae and Miles Minnick featuring E40. Yes, E40. Here we go.
I praise God for real. Like, I don't know how y'all do it, but I see them getting real mad about how we do it. Stockton, Richmond, Oakland, Dago, LB, City, we coast. What you know about it? Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know about it. Tell me what you know. LA, Valley, East Side, West Side, Sac, Romano, Vallejo, Hillside. What you know about it? Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know about it. Tell me what you know. If I'm the one, then I gotta be the one. I'm a rep where I'm from. I'm a step where I'm from. Going dumb, who is that? Talk about my gang, I'ma show you. Buckle double down, bro, I told you. West Side, I ain't leaving. Cause Casting out these demons out the region. God placed you here for a reason. I pledge my allegiance. Do my little step and I'm sneezing. Squabble on the devil, have him leak. They be catting on the land, must be tripping. Step for the Lord, that don't mean that I'm crippin'. What's up with these Christians? It's the same message, the method is different. Let's go show them how we living. Only in Compton, Stockton, Richmond, Oakland, Dago, LB, City, we coastin'. What you know about it? Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know about it. Tell me what you know. LA, Valley, East Side, West Side, Sac, Orlando, Vallejo, the hillside. What you know about it? Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know about it. Tell me what you know.
Out here in the rubble, it's easy to get in trouble. We just trying to survive and keep from being unalive. Take a deep dive in the octagon where it's mania and fool. Where you might not be a carpenter, but you gotta keep you a toolie. Be alert and stay cautious and don't be corny and goofy. Choose your words wisely and don't be saying things that's loosely. Lord, please forgive these haters, for they know not what they do. Only person that I fear and I'm afraid of is you. I got hustle in my bones and my arteries in my spine. Every day is communion because I drink my own wine. Earl Stevens is my handle and I've been popping for years. It's not too many rappers had this type of career. I keep my ear to the church like Adam Schefter do sports. When I was 8 years old, my mama and daddy got a divorce. I asked the Lord to protect me and my family and squad. And only one I'll ever idolize is God.
Compton, Stockton, Richmond, Oakland, Dago, LB, City, we coastin'. Father, in the name of Jesus, we just pray that you wake up the West, Lord God. LA, Valley, East Side, West Side, Sac, Orlando, Vallejo, the hillside. They are not like us, but we want to be like you. In Jesus' name.
West. Had to wake up, get this weight up off my chest. Cali streets is when I jumped up out the nest. If you breathe, then you can't say that you ain't blessed. They go up the ocean side, Bakersfield up to the Bay, Stockton up to Sacramento, right back down into LA. Granny took me to the ocean, put me underneath the tide. When I came up out that water, I was dead, now I'm alive. You should be alive, you should wake up. Earthquakes and fires only made us get all faked up. Staying up late, I'm praying for the whole coast and my own folks. I got California love, but I want they soul woke.
LA, Valley, East Side, West Side, Sac, Orlando, Vallejo, the hillside. Compton, Stockton, Richmond, Oakland, Dago, LB, City, we coastin'. What you know about it? Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know about it. Tell me what you know. LA, Valley, East Side, West Side, Sac, Orlando, Vallejo, the hillside. What you know about it? Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know about it. Tell me what you know.
All right, that was The Method by Miles Minnick and Lecrae featuring E40. My thoughts on the video, I enjoyed the video. It was cool. My thoughts on, that's one of the hardest verses I heard E40 do. I'm not a huge E40 guy because he always be doing the ooh and all that stuff. When he ain't switching his voice, he has some bars. Salute to him. Miles Minnick, man, always is in his bag. He do his thing. He does his little vibe, his little bop, and it always works. It seems like, and I'll let Rob go after this, you get a different type beats from Lecrae when it's on the West Side joint. It's like he feel like he home for real. You know what I'm saying? Like he be really in his bag on these West Side joints, man. So yeah, I enjoyed the song. It's a vibe, and hey, it was cool to see E40. E40 has stamped Miles Minnick publicly on. I seen the video where E40 was talking about Miles Minnick, man. So it was very, very good, man. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, first off, the whole project is a vibe. It's a summer vibe. That's what I was telling you when I asked you, had you heard it? It's an EP, and the whole thing is West Coast. It's a summer vibe. So if y'all want something to vibe out to, the whole project is nice. As far as the video going, this song, E40 killed his verse, bro.
Yes, he did.
I like the switch up. Craig killed his verse, and Miles Minnick stayed in his pocket like he always does. The hook was catchy. You dig what I'm saying? The video was fire because it was that Bay Area hyphy. You know what I mean? When they had that hyphy movement, and I know you didn't like E40, but I actually like 40. Hey, 40, okay. he do be having his bars. I
just liked him on South beats. Some people just sound better on South beats. He sounded great on South beats. Right.
Yeah. But on this particular one, how he switched up his flow. Craig, like you said, Craig came in and did what Craig do when he on. You give him 16, 12, or whatever, that boy turned into Luda. You know, Luda a beast. Hey, I'm not saying Luda a whack. I'm just saying Luda a beast when he a feature. And that's how Craig been coming. Hey, Craig only got to give you 12 to 16 bars. Oh, yeah, you better come with your best.
Yes, sir.
What up, Tarcia?
My boy Crispy says, Lecrae been rapping on Southern Beats and CCM music for so long, he probably just happy to get something different, something to do different. I feel you. All right, brother. All right.
No, that might be a point.
Yeah, that might be a point. All right, man. Let's get into our music segment before we get up out of here. Music segment. As I said before, if you saw the first video, good, because you won't see another one tonight. Because I ain't find nothing else that was popping. All right, man. Do you like rap songs having 1 or 2 verses max, or the old school way with 3 verses? Do you like rap songs having 1 or 2 verses max, or the old school way with 3 verses? There's a lot of songs that come out now with 2 hooks, 1 verse. You know what I'm saying? Most of them, the norm is really 2 verses. That's it, especially if you got a feature. You got the artist and the feature. But if that ain't it, you normally hearing nothing but 2 verses or 1. What you think, bro?
It depends on what I'm listening to. You dig what I mean? It depends on the type of if I'm listening to some old school rap, yeah, I want my 3 verses because that's what I'm used to. Now, new school rap, you know what I'm saying? Like the 1 or 2 works because it's not holding my attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Like we just heard a 3-verse song, but it was 3 different artists. You dig? And it just, like I said, old school, I can pop 3 verses and then I'm cool.
Right.
I don't like the 1 verse bridge. I don't like that.
Right.
You dig what I mean? I forgot what my man even talked about. Two verses. If it's 1 artist, 2 verses, and he got a dope bridge or a hook.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But it all depends on what bag I'm coming out of that day.
I think if it's a feature like what we just watched, like Rob was saying, I'm cool with 3. Other than that, I think 2 is a good spot. 1, like What Up RG, last 3 songs been 1 verse. And the bridge, like exactly what Rob said. I don't even think he was talking about him. But it's like a verse, bridge, hook again, we out. You know what I'm saying? That joint like 2 and 25 minutes, 2 and 25 seconds of 183 of BP of minutes of music.
Yeah, that mug give you 8 bars.
Yeah, and then an 8-bar verse, you know. It's like, okay, I think maybe the process is, you know, they feel like they feel like fans attention span is so small now. Listen, I get your attention span is small. Hip hop is a culture. Rap is a way of doing things. Listen, if you don't want you don't want a couple of verses, man, get it out. Don't listen to rap then. I mean, you got to have at least 2. 3 verses is long for a solo artist because it's like, okay, in my opinion, like say me or you, we're doing a song. If you're not telling a story, it's going to be hard to do 3 verses, bro. Because think about it. 1 verse, you may come in 1 style. 2nd verse, you won't come in another style. 3rd verse, you're like, okay, I'm tired of hearing me myself. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, how much more creative? Because especially, you know, like when you just talking about Lecrae doing on features. On a feature, man, you just go all out because you got 1 verse. You can let Eric do all your styles and verse flips and the way you say things. You got another verse, you're like, man, I got to do this all over again because I got to keep the listener attention.
I got to one up. Yeah, I got to one up the first.
Yeah, man. All right, I'm going to go to the crowd right quick. Crispy, my brother, he always say this. Run a poll. All right. Mr. G says 3. And then Mr. G called us lazy rappers. Miss Dingle says it depends. Miss Mac says old school rap all day. Some of this new stuff makes no sense. I mean, I understand that. I don't disagree. Hagen says 2 to 3. 3 is too long, but 1 not enough. I feel you, Hagens.
Agreed.
Tor says 2 verses is good these days. For older songs, I look forward to the 3. I got you. Ms. Dingle says, if they got bars, give me 3, but some of these mumblers, give me 1 or 2 with a dope hook in the bridge. I feel you. I feel you. Tor says facts, and then she says, with 3 by myself, it's hard to think of what more to say, especially now. I fully agree.
But
I fully agree.
I'm gonna tell you 3. The last 3 3-verse song I did was Worth.
Yeah.
But it was with a video. So if it's a video and your video kind of streamline the story with it, it's verses. But when you just listening to it, like even now, when I go back and listen to Worth, I like that joint, but I'd be like, God, dog, I did 3 verses, cuz.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But when you watching the video captures you, and it's like, okay, you're not really paying attention to the fact that that artist just spit 3 verses.
I would say one thing for myself as an artist: if I have no more creativity, I ain't doing another verse. You know, like if I wasted all my creativity on that first and second verse, and you know, you start getting the third verse, you got like half the hook in there. Like Rob can sing, so he may sing half that joint. You get to doing too much, you be like, all right, bro, we need to just wrap it up. And I think one thing when me and Rob did this project, our joint project, and we was in there with Preston, sometimes we'll have I do a verse, it's 16, Rob do one, that joint like 12. And Preston like, nah, that's cool. Cause it's not normal, you know, cause I got the guy that records us.
He loves
untraditional type rap stuff. And Rob was like, man, I thought it was 12, you know. And I was like, bro, it ain't enough verse. He said, man, I did 12. So the hook came back in when it came back in. But it went crazy. I think one thing that we can't be scared of is artists, man, feel free to be creative, bro. Like, if you ain't got nothing else to say, don't just do 3 verses because you true to the old school. If you ain't got it, don't put it out whack just because you pushing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like every verse you should put out need to be fire, man, as much as you can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I did that on Hagen beat. Hagen says, I'll take 48 bars with no hook of bars hidden. I did that one on
You did on our joint. You did on one of our songs. That boy just kept going forever. Ever. I'm like, bruh, without you, I said this song won't ever end without you. That brother said, man, I don't know. I was feeling it. That boy just kept going.
Hey, that mug.
It is what it is. That joint hit, though.
Finally wrapped it up.
Hey, Miss Dingle said 1 verse, a dope hook, a dope bridge, and a dance. 3-minute song. There you go. All right.
That's about 2:30. That's about 2:30.
About 2:30. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if you ain't got no more creativity and you just like really, really stretching it out, end that thing. If it's short, it's short. It's all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you got more creativity, especially if you got a story. Now, a story, man, you just keep going. It's a story. Especially if it's for the album and it's not a single. Now, we talking real, a little bit higher level artist stuff. Now, if it's a single, you need to be up about the 2:30, 2:45 range. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to get the radio to play it, even maybe around 2. And you ain't going to like it, but you trying to get some radio play, it don't need to be as long. Now, you doing a song what you call an album filler. Like, you didn't make it with the intent for it to be the single. You didn't make it for the intent for it to be on T-shirts and hats and merch that you said. You made it because you were telling a story. You make that joint as long as you want to. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, those be the favorite songs of people that's listening. Like, man, I like that single, man, but that one song, that joint is like 6 minutes. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Mr. G asked a good question. What you think, Rob? How many songs should be on the album today in today's music?
7 to 8.
7 to 8. I'm with you.
Yeah, I know. Listen, look, 7 to 8 because so let's talk about.
That's a good question.
What you said 3. That's an excellent question, Mr. G. But I think 7 to 8. I got your attention. 7 to 8. No song over 3:15. 3:50 max, unless it's a feature. You dig what I mean? So I would put that out. Boom, you can. That's how Miles Minnick and Lecrae joint was. I think they had 8, 9, something like that. It was quick hitters. Boom, 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 boom. Out. It's not like the old school though. Like the old. Think about this, bro. Because I got all my mixes, and I got a 80s upbeat. Yeah. And an 80s love making. Let me tell you something. Now I understand. No, just listen to what I'm about to say, brother. Old school love making, not 80s. Just hear me. Okay. I understand why our grandmama and them had so many kids. Them songs was 10 minutes long. Hey, look, my granny had 13, bro. Them songs
we gonna get into the song, go off. Okay.
Brother.
Okay.
Before Rose Sparks, it was Al Green. Go ahead. Go ahead, bro. Being goofy. What you think, though? How many songs,
Mr. G,
bro?
I'm gonna have to agree with Rob 7 to 8, like Rob said. And here's why. When you get above 8, you need to put on the next album. Or you need to put on an EP. You know what I'm saying? Make that joint a single. Because sometimes, now, it depends. Now, if it's a concept album, you know what I'm saying? You may be able to go a little bit longer. But, you know what I'm saying? Mr. G, brother, I know, back in the day.
Boom bap. Boom bap.
I know, brother. This is 2025, dog. EP's 3 songs now.
You ain't never lied. EP a single. Remember how you had the single, instrumental, the regular?
Yeah, that's an EP. All right, Miss Mac. That's an EP, brother. Like 3 songs, maybe is an EP. Album, I say album 8, about 8. You know what I'm saying? Like if I were to put out an album, I wouldn't do more than 8. Because you know what happens, especially if you're an artist, you start doing an album and you'll get all your songs done, then you'll come up with a brand new, and you're like, man, this gotta be on there. But I can't let that go. And that's how you end up with too many. And that's why you gotta have somebody else listening to your stuff and actually helping you. Because if you don't, every song becomes your baby and you never let nothing go. You know what I'm saying? You never let nothing go. And then you'll have too many songs and you have 2.5 hits and you got a whole bunch of fillers, and then somebody be like, man, your album was all right. And then you upset because you put your heart and soul into there, but you gave them too much. So it just comes down to, man, you got to have somebody listening to it to help you. Somebody that's unbiased. They may be your boy, they may be your homie, you may be your girl, but they'll tell you the truth. Like, yo, I love you, dog, but that joint was trash. You know what I'm saying? Or I love you, dog, but you need to fix this part. Or you need to fix this part. This could work, but it don't need to be the single or whatever, you know. Go
Mr.
ahead, bro.
G say, Mr.
I'm
G
trying to
say,
hang
I'm trying to hang on.
I'm trying to hang on.
But you know what? But legacy artists can do that. I think a legacy artist can have,
Nas can
you know,
do that.
like we did. Nas could do it. I think Kanye can do it. Beyonce could do it. Lecrae could do it. You know what I'm saying? These are artists who are legacy artists who have died. KB could do it. Die-hard fans who will listen to a 10 song album. Ours had Remnant Music had 10 on there. The longest song was 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and that had a feature.
Right.
You know what I mean? The 2 single songs that we did, Worth was 353, Make 'Em Known was 410.
Yeah.
And those were 3-verse songs. But that was 5 years ago. You know what I mean? And
wouldn't do that now.
I wouldn't do that now. You know what I'm saying? You look at it, but hold on. That's what I'm saying, Mr. G. If I listen to Twista Adrenaline Rush, I don't care how long this dude rapping. You dig what I mean? Because it's that era. That's what I'm looking for. That and then the way he's spitting, it's just totally different. But I mean that's what it is, man. So yeah, I'm with the 2 verses. 3 of it's a feature. 7 at max for an album. 4 for an EP. If you're doing 10, God dog it, you better have a bunch of features on there. 10 plus, I better hear some features, and they better be 5.
Right. Got to be 5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, man. Hey, we're gonna stop right there, man. Let's get into our support section, man. Hold on, let me put up. Hagen said,
now that's funny, bro.
Money Man put out an album with 17 songs. It'd be 30 minutes long, all 1 verse song.
Hey, you see what I'm saying? But that's crazy though. That's crazy. 17 songs. That's crazy. 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's No Limit. But No Limit was
that was full song.
25, 3
and 4 verses. Right. 3, 4 verses and a bridge and a couple of extra hooks. You know what I'm saying?
And
an intro, a talking intro or something.
A talking intro.
All right, man. We gonna get up out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, have you ever? I forgot what I was about to say.
Yeah,
have you ever thought
read the screen, brother? It's on the screen. You ain't gotta do it by memory, brother. Just read 1 word.
Look, man, hit the like and subscribe. I've been laughing long enough that you should have read it. But for my audio listeners, if you like what we're doing with this podcast, man, having a good time, having fun, hit the like, subscribe. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Music, make sure you leave us a 5-star rating, you know, and hit the notification button when a new Is it 5? I think it's 5. Or however many they give you. Just make sure you hit the most. You dig? You want to know how you can support us? That is how you can support us, by hitting the like, subscribe. If you want to sow a seed, Not the Same Podcast on the Cash App, or notthesamepodcast.com/support. The website has not been updated. My bad. I got life. I need to be busy, and I need to spend a little more time down here in this studio so we can get our stuff up and going the way that it needs to be. It won't happen this week, though. So if you want to look at the replay, all you got to do is just go to YouTube, man. Yeah.
All right, man. Hey, we apologize for not being here last night.
Definitely
Rob
apologize.
had some stuff going on. But we will be back probably somehow next week. One of us will. At least one of us will be here maybe next week, man. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you got your notifications on. We probably have something going on for you next week, man. But with that being said, have a good weekend, man. Enjoy yourselves. If you lost anything, you in the city of St. Louis, man, we are still praying for you.
Prayers up, bro.
Looking to help you, and prayers up for you at all, man. If you still living, thank God for that, and it's going to be all right. Trust me, it's going to be all right. Eventually, this too will pass. With that being said, I'm C-Micah.
I'm Robert Dean.
And we is out. We will see you next week.
Yes, sir.
About our Father's business. Grind mode. Filled with this Holy Spirit. That's a cheat code. Holiness the standard. We never fold. We about to make a scene. Episode. About our Father's business.